So anyway, I got some boulders. Anyway, I'm gonna put them out here in my garden. I'm gonna put one, I think like maybe there, maybe like here, there, maybe like 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Then maybe one more over here in this little hole. I think another one over there. That's 5. And then I think 6 right there, a nice flat one. And then maybe like, I think right in the middle of this little patch will be 7. And so anyway, I'm gonna do that, but check this out. I'll show you what I already did over here. Look at that thing right here, Brandigia. Check this out. Look at this. Here's my garden I've been working on for only 10 years. No, maybe 9, just 9. Trying to get ready for it. Look at this. I killed the palm in the box, but I sure was good at growing Escherichia californica, the California poppy. I'm gonna have so many seeds. Look, where are they? Where are they? These things are filled with seeds. Thousands of seeds from that plant. I think I'm just gonna let it naturalize in the garden here. It'll look really cool. But yeah, so we have this fake rock out here for the turtle pit. This is all gonna be someday you can get married here. Or at least spend the night and drink beers and have your fire in the fire pit. You'll know which way is north. And come out and feed some lettuce to my tortugas. Don't ever let your kids get little baby tortoises when they're really little. We let our kids get tortoises like as a, look, hello. It's like the Geico commercial. Let our kids get these tortoises, and then we didn't know much about it. But they last for like 150 years, long after the children have left. They eat your stucco, and you can't contain them. They get bigger. They start out like this big. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually, you have to spend $10,000, which is actually a really good deal to build something like this. A friend of mine does this, and she came up with her crew and gave me a good deal, and I worked with them and bought all the materials. Anyway, so beware of getting tortoises. But look at my big boulders. These are the medium-sized ones here. Look, these are set up. So you can come out here and sit right here. Right here. Oh, like that. Look at the baseball field. And if you're a little bigger, there's one that's a little bigger. Right here. Nice. It's the perfect little bottom shape. See that? It's shaped like the shape of a bottom. And this one has a nice little depression too. It'll make you fit right in. Anyway, here's a beautiful rock right here. And these rocks are big. You don't even know how big they are. Look, that's 1 foot. It's like 5 feet across. It's a big rock. But these aren't the big ones. I'm gonna have a whole mounded area over here. So this is where the bride and the groom will walk up. They'll get married up there. Getting it done. I'm getting it done. The family keeps wondering, when's it gonna be done? I'm like, I don't know. It'll be done eventually when it's done. It'll be done when it's done. There'll be a pathway going through here. That's a sausage tree from Africa. Super cool plant. There's gonna be a huge grassy area up there, big enough to play volleyball. And of course, everything you do, you always break something. And I broke the main line. Oh no, it's a T. Oh God. Look, all I did was drive over it, and it pushed it down just enough to crack it. The guy that lived here before me, bless his heart, I love him to death. But he said he was on vacation. He came home, and the guys putting the main lines in that he hired were putting in thin-walled pipe. You know how much money that's cost me over the last 9 years? They break so easily. Don't ever get anything, but don't get class 200, get schedule 40 every time. Anyway, here's another spot. You come down at the bottom of the path. Let's say you're walking up from the baseball field. Down there. Hit some baseballs. Beer and baseball. It's a great combination. And you're walking up, and your friends are really slow. Or you want to play some baseball, and you're the first one out, and they're coming, and they're like, you're waiting for them. This is where you sit right here. See here? Another little bench rock. Little bench. I need to get a stick. I promise I'll get a stick someday. Until then, it's just you, me, and the camera. So, more telephone poles. Of course, these are free. Everything I get is free, pretty much. I wait until I can get it for free. And then those are going to be going up here on this tunnel for grapes. So anyway, I thought there was going to be a giant recession when COVID hit. I thought, okay, here's my chance. You know, I think I'm in the position now to be able to get all this stuff done. And then everybody, after I made all my plans and figured out what I was going to do and work here and get this place done finally, there's my mango tree. Everybody got sent home from work, and they looked outside their window, and they said, I know, let's get a garden. I'm at home, I can manage anyone who comes here. And so no, it's a real good thing. It's a good problem. But again, it's a problem that causes me to never get my own personal projects done. And that was that we've never been busier. It's insane. I want to build a really nice nursery area out here. You can see right now we're just kind of, we need to like terrace it, put fabric down, put sprinklers. And there's all of my terracing materials I got for free, railroad ties, from a railroad that was being torn apart. But anyway, we're waiting for that. Here are the big rocks. This is the first load I got. Fortunately, I don't have the key to this truck right now, so I can't fire it up. So I need to do this next time I come. Check this out. These things are huge. Oh, that's like an 8,000 pound rock right there. Let's see if I can back up and show you these rocks. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6. I'll have to be pretty strategic where I put them. This is a big flat one. You could have a little party on top of this one. I could see a picnic on top of that. That's a beautiful long one right there. Here's another really long, big one. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, oh, that's a beautiful long one. I remember getting that one. I was real excited. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. Oh, I only have 6. Only 6 rocks. Jeez. Look at this one. This one's huge. That'd kill you. Get underneath that. Anyway, that's it. Now I'm going to go make a video. Look at the aerial inertia. It's pretty, huh? Look at that. That's the future paradise of the Bay Area. Now let's go make a video on my avocado tree and the bees. I know. 2 things that do not mix at all, like oil and vinegar. Cranes and power lines. But don't worry, it's much farther away than you think. It's way over there. Let me tell you the problem. The problem you might come across when owning a crane. It makes you extremely popular. And the reason is that when you come out and you like deliver some palms, and you plant them with your crane, like that one way over there. I have a video for that. I don't know what it's called, but it's out there. It's like a needle in the haystack, though, trying to find it. It's like Berhia brandigia. I looked that up. Yeah, if you have a crane, and once everyone sees what you can do with it, you get these phone calls, these continual phone calls. Hey, Gary, I'm getting all these boulders. Can you come over and like put a bunch of boulders in for me? And I'm like, well, I guess so. But then the problem is you set it up and then you get so busy that you're supposed to be selling palm trees. Next thing you know, you're installing boulders full time. Yeah, what do you think? Does it look good? I think it looks great right there. Look at all the beautiful lichens and colors on it. I think it's really pretty. This rock is going to be buried forever. It's going to be gone away and no one would ever see it. Now it's going to live a glorious life in my garden. It's just this is one of the smaller rocks I got. It's just sandstone, but it's free. And that's the most important part. Look at the beautiful texture. Gorgeous. And it matches, that's sandstone. And guess what? That's sandstone. So do you see the connection? Can you see it? Can you get it? Good. And look. That's sandstone. I got all that from an auction, from a quarry that was going out of business. I tell you, I'm a scrapper. Anyway, yeah, so rock number 1 is in. I got 6 more to go. I got a guy in Napa that wants me to meet him to talk about big canary palms at 9:30 a.m. But between now and then, and the sun is already down, I need to get 6 more rocks in with the crane from the truck. And then I need to load up some equipment that needs to be repaired, take it to repair shop first thing in the morning. And then somehow get this giant truck all the way to Napa by 9:30 a.m. Because he has a Zoom meeting at 11. I'm like, First, I told him I could be there by 10:30. Should I just say, dude, sorry, can't do it? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm not sure. I'll call him tonight. I'll think about it. But when you have boulders that you want to install, please do not call Golden Gate Palms, because we don't do that. Unless we're really desperate for work, in which we will happily do it. But right now we're not. So don't call them. Unless there's a recession, then please call them. Okay, so we had my HGTV show. It was all about tips. Let's do some tips. All right, send me some tips. Yeah. No! There's beauty all around you all the time. You just got to focus on it. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked by the Aloe Sapon area. That was not planned, but I just couldn't do it. All right, so you got to figure, like, okay, what's the prettiest side of the boulder, right? There's like a butt with a butt crack, it looks like. That looks like a hippo's butt, actually, if you really want to ask me what that looks like. I don't want to be crass here, but I'm just telling you what I see. This is more interesting. See that? Look at the color. There's more color on the side. There's more three-dimension. You got some swirls going on. This side is kind of bland. It's just a rounded edge. It's pretty monotone. This side is actually, it's got some interesting colors. But and then of course there's the butt. We don't want to see the butt. All right, let's turn the butt and face the butt away and get the pretty side facing us. Where's your most important view, people? Come on. I'm walking down the road. No, it's not a road. It's a pathway. Look, it turned. The butt. Here comes the butt. Why? Well, why is life like this? Please, we don't want to see your butt. Turn around. Please turn around. All right, so you're walking down the pathway, and it's like, yeah, I'm at Gary's house, man. Why does he have a rock that looks like a butt? No, he's not going to have that because he's going to turn it around. Look, you're walking down the road. It's like, there's your view, right? There's your view. Now, when you're walking toward the house, you know, you've got this really cool, ancient well pipe. That was the perforated part where they suck the water in the bottom of the well, from an old ancient well. And of course, I'm using it. I put lights in there. It's incredible. And I've got some agave here. But you're not really going to see it because it blocks it, right? Well, you know, here's your view right here. There's your view. So let's get rid of the butt. One more time. Let's get rid of the butt. There. Now it's a matter of dropping it really fast, really fast, really fast, really fast. Did it do it? Did it do it? Let's see. It actually rotated, the butt rotated back a little. Oh, if you raise, I'll give you another tip. If you raise your crane just so it's barely contacting earth, it's easy. See? Right there. It'll be easy to rotate. I'm gonna get it rotated just right. So that's actually a much prettier crack than a butt crack. So, see, it becomes easy to rotate. All right. Yeah, I think kind of like maybe a little bit back. Right there. That's it. That's facing me. See? That's the most interesting part of the rock. Right there. You can see this is all free sandstone. And what does it match? The almost free sandstone. All right. Let's get on to rock number 3. Rock number 3. Drop it. There it is. Boom. What do you think? It's a nice flat rock. It looks like the shell of a tortoise, which my daughter's going to absolutely love. It'll be an introduction to the property when you walk up to the front door and realize you've entered a tortoise sanctuary, which this is. And I don't know how particular you are, but I'm pretty freaking particular. Looks good right here. The ugly side of the rock is here. And I'm wondering if I should rotate it counterclockwise a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I do know. I'm going to do it. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I am especially particular. That's what I am. I have to admit it. Lift up a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, you gotta get directly above it. Gotta rotate. Rotate. Pick up a little bit. Just a little. That should be enough. Alright. Just be able to rotate by hand. Okay, here we go. The particular people want to rotate it. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Oh, there. There. I like it. Maybe a touch more. Ugh. There. Stay. 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 All right, here we go. Here we go. Drop it. Drop it, baby. We got rocks, baby. We got rocks. There. Got another one in. I have come an extremely long way. Extremely long way. Let me show you what I bought with the proceeds. Actually, not the proceeds. I invested money to do a job because I had to buy a very specific tool. My very first job, planting redwood trees way up on a hill for this rich dude out in Blackhawk, Danville. Jim Sexton, one of my first best customers. This guy was awesome. He looked like the guy in Richie Rich. Super nice guy. Had whole house was white, drove a white Mercedes, and beautiful wife. It was like, I think he owned a furniture store or something. Anyway, he wanted to plant some redwood trees up on a hill. The only way to do that job was to get one of these tree dollies right here, just like this. This is not the same one. This is the second one because it's like, no kidding, 32 years later, and we use these things to death. And we still use that same exact dolly, same design, everything. But back then, I didn't own a crane truck. And so I owned a pickup truck and a shovel. So I had to back my truck up to this hill. And then out of the bed of the truck, I had to put up these huge 24-inch box redwood trees in further up the hill. And the only way you could do it was with this. And I could barely do it. But the money that I made was $400. And that's what the dolly cost me. And so one of my very first jobs, I got a dolly. And I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I've got one of these awesome dollies. I'm so powerful now. And I could move rocks. I could do anything. And I did. I did amazing things with that dolly. And oh my goodness, if I ever knew that I would own something like this. It's like the dolly times 1,000 or maybe more. Anyway, I was just having that thought as the dolly was just happily watching from the truck as I didn't need it whatsoever. We used to put in boulders like this with the dolly. It was gnarly. It was dangerous. Do you think equipment's dangerous? Not having equipment can be more dangerous. Anyway, I think I'm going to put one here, somewhere in here, one there, and one over there. I'm going to put some sort of rare cycad right here. All right, so that's, I guess I'm a little zoomed in, huh? Did you get an extreme facial shot there? If you want one, put in the request, like, and we want more extreme facial shots, especially the nose hair. Yeah, I could do it, whatever you guys want. That's what I'll do. Okay. What does that look to you guys? Where's the pretty side of the rock? That's definitely the ugly side. Ugly. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. And what does that look like to you? Do you see the curvature? How it goes like this and then it kind of goes like this a little bit? Does that look like the perfect depression for your butte? I think it does. So you even got a little backing to it, because usually most buttes are kind of rounded like that. And I think it's a butte bench rock. And if it's a butte bench rock, where should it go? This is going to be a dry creek eventually. Been saying that for almost a decade. That's where I brush my teeth usually. But I'm thinking instead of brushing my teeth in there, I can walk out here and sit on a butte bench here and brush my teeth. And of course floss too, in case Troy, my dentist, is watching. Yeah, every single time, floss. I know, Troy. But yeah, I'm gonna put that thing right there. That's gonna be awesome. Let's try it out. Why? Why do you keep your broken concrete? Duh. So you can straighten out your rocks. And yeah, not to get your rocks off, just to straighten them out. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna straighten this rock out because I don't like to sit sideways. I like to sit perfectly flat. I don't know about you guys. That's how I like to do it. Okay, still going downhill over there to the left. We don't want that. Isn't it amazing, like, how much money HGTV wasted on a film crew when I had my TV show? I could have filmed all that stuff myself and worked at the same time. Yeah. What do you think? Huh? Yeah, is that gonna work? You see that? Was my videography just as good as theirs? I don't know, maybe not, but it's free. Okay, let's see what else. I think you're a little, dude, you're high. Actually, you're low. Let's get a little bit more. We're gonna be able to do it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Starting to see the light. Oh. Okay, trust me, you get the idea, right? Okay. If you've been at In-N-Out Burger, you know what a double-double is, right? Sometimes that's just not enough. Sometimes, that's just not enough. Sometimes you need a triple. Triple. Ooh, it's looking pretty nice now. I think it's a little in the back and I'm done. Triple. I have to put some rocks around those ugly pieces of concrete. They sure are functional though. Whoop. Sometimes you need a quad. In this case, a triple will suffice. There. All right, one little bit in the back and I'm done. We'll see the finished product in a second. Oh, the first time. Oh, who can ever forget their first time? Look at that. No, I'm not endorsing any of these products. It just happens to be what my wife put in the drawer. So, yeah, there it is. My first time, and no, I'm not gonna make you watch me brush my teeth. No, I won't go that far. You don't want me to. Anyway, yeah, it's what time is it? It's 8:15, and got our rocks in, and now it's time to go to work. It's time to put in our 14-hour day right now. Okay. Hi. It's a brand new day. I've got a brand new attitude. I'm not mad anymore. I'm sorry for the outbursts. That may have been uncalled for. But I think it wasn't. Anyway, oh my God. Yeah, so far it's holding. This was kind of a funny one here. These pipes weren't on the right angle. You can see this is called a thrust block, people. What you don't want is that piece like blowing out from pressure. So you put a thrust block in there so it'll block the thrust, you know. You want to block, sometimes, not always, but sometimes you want to block the thrust. So, let's see what else here. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get a new solenoid. That's the solenoid right there. Yeah, whatever, no big deal. I have to remember to do. We have to water. You can water it manually. This waters the orange grove. See, look. I'm not lying. Those are oranges. Okay, so how do you do that? You just flick this one. So this is where I actually got lucky. You know what? If you have a whole string of losses, your luck's about to change. And so when I was putting all this together, I was having to bend the pipe a little bit and then pop. So I heard something crack over here. I'm like, no! That's when I started crying again. Well, I dug it up and I found out, and the tape died on me. The phone died. But what happened was the pipe came out clean out of the socket. It didn't actually break. So I just kind of broke the bead of glue, which is so much better because then you don't have to like do a bunch of pipe cutting and digging. And I was able to just slide it back in, get everything back in order here. So that, so like right when you think that you're never going to win again, you get surprised and then you're all happy again. So that was the nice benefit of the ending of my day. So the way to turn on, we're going to check. Of course, I'll be bummed out if I turn it on and water leaks out of that. So let's find out. Oh, first, you got to turn the valve on. You always want a valve. You always want to, don't get a ball valve. Ball valves fail and they don't shut all the way often. Don't get a gate valve, the round kind. Those, they will always leak. They never close properly because they're closing a gate that goes down. This is an actual ball inside that turns. It's either shut or it's not. And there's really not much that can go wrong with it. So I always use ball valves. The only problem with the ball valve is You don't want to turn it super fast because it'll give you a water hammer and too much pressure all at once, and it could blow fittings apart, but it's not doing that here. So the way we turn this on is we flick this little lever. Oh, well, look, no problem. Look, that's not a big deal. That's only because the drip line was awry. Our joint is not leaking or smoking. So that's a good sign, and I think we're done here, and now it's time to get on my day. And that's how you do it. Well, here we are, taking the Samurai tour, and this is where you're going to want to sit either before or after you hit a bunch of home runs on your way to or from up this pathway. La casa. Mi casa is su casa as long as you pay the VRBO fee to help me pay the mortgage. And I suggest Dos Equis with a lime. Can't buy Tres Equis here. I haven't seen it for sale. But anyway, yeah, here's my bench. Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. Let's do a recap. There you go. There's my big boulders right there. There's a little bench rock right next to the path. There'll be a pathway through here. Just tons of crazy cool plants. I'm going to mound this up very substantially. And I'm going to put the biggest boulders in here from the other truck and a couple over there. And then I might even get some more. I have to stucco the back of that wall right there. The other side is beautiful stone. See the stone? See the stone? Yeah. Well, that's the ugly side. Gotta do that. I gotta backfill dirt up against that structure back there, which is the waterfall into the rock pond, plunge pool. Anyway, so here's the rocks back here. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a cluster here, a big cluster. 6. I was gonna make a little bird bath out of this, but I decided it just didn't look that good when it was tilted back because you saw too much of the underbelly, which isn't so pretty. So I figured, okay, whatever, you know. And then we've got this nice, you know, just sculptural stone. And you can see how well it goes with the turtle pit stone. The turtle pit stone is actually bleaching out. It used to have more color, used to be more colorful like this, but this stone is pretty similar. So it looks really good. And then of course here we've got another bench rock where there'll be a couple of stepping stones that come across here, surrounded by all this luxurious plantings. We're gonna have to keep the view open through this view line here, so you can see the baseball field. And if you don't want to play, at least you can watch from like about 600 feet away. I don't think anybody could hit a ball this far. I think Mickey Mantle did it once, 632 feet or something crazy like that. Anyway, maybe Mark McGuire, Frank Thomas, Sammy Sosa, you know, all those guys. Anyway, let's go look at the front.